Hi everyone. So today we have Dipanshu with us, and he wants to share. He has some questions regarding Nestjs and backend development. So hi Himanshu, welcome to my channel,
Hello,
and please go
first
ahead.
of all, I would say thank you so much for giving me a chance to so I can get my some answers.
Okay, yeah, please go ahead. Like you have some questions regarding Nestjs and how to go ahead with the Nestjs. Is Nestjs is like something which you should aspire, or all these questions?
So basically, I was a backend developer, and today was my last working day in my company. So I had 2 years of working experience as a backend developer in a Adonis JS and also a Laravel. So Adonis is a basically kind of Node.js framework. So most of like a Laravel. I was working with that. So now I want to switch my career in other framework or a better growth. So I just realized that next year it would be a better or right option for me. So I had just exploring on a YouTube and I found that on your channel that you had uploaded so much content on mostly focused on Next.js. So I thought just reach out to you and then ask some question and it would be a my luck that you reply on my mail that I got a chance to talk to you.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm open to all this. I mean, I provide all these learnings free, and I'm happy to help anyone who wants to join. Yeah, so Nest.js is like I'm also working since last 14 years. Nest.js is something which I started since last 4 or 5 years. It's not that old, but if you compare the backend development in Node.js, either in Express, Adino, Sales, Koa, Harpy.js, Nest.js stands out because of the TypeScript support, dependency injection. There are lots of features which make it more object oriented and developer friendly. If you have done some part of Angular development, then you will find, okay, yeah, these features we can use in the backend also. And it is quite easy for anyone who wants to start with the Nest.js. So yeah, there are lots of advantage. Let's say you are already doing Express or Laravel in PHP for backend development, then it's easy to pick up the Nest.js. Nest.js is TypeScript heavy. So
Right.
now everything is TypeScript heavy, right? You write Next or React app, Next app, or I mean there are many framework which start with Nest, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Nest.js has a good market also. It's not like this is a fastest growing backend framework for Node.js because this is always a missing point in the Node.js backend development. People write express code in their own opinionated way. Somebody is writing just a one file, 10 files, some proper, not proper structure. But when you implement a Nest.js way of writing code, then you can enforce a common standard of writing code. You can enforce the TypeScript because it uses all TypeScript thing.
Right, right, right.
So first of all,
So
yeah.
my main objective is basically I haven't created any microservices. So my first objective is to create a microservices, and for that I thought Next.js would be a better option for me for creating any microservices.
Yeah, I mean, just think a microservice like a simple either a GraphQL service or a REST API service, which is decoupled from your rest of your architecture.
Hmm.
REST, it is same as you are building a monolith. You just made it a little bit lightweight. Let's say you are building a simple uh, e-commerce app, right? It can have authentication service dealing with authentication, order, card, which I have already demoed in couple of examples. So these can be tiny services totally decoupled with one another. They don't know what other service is doing. That's the only difference. Otherwise, microservice just putting a tag is not something new. It's only about that you just putting a domain specific things into one service with couple of tables and service interactions and all.
So one more question: should I go with also a front end because I haven't started anything in front end except HTML or CSS. So I am pure backend developer. I haven't started anything in front end. So should I also get some bit knowledge of front end like React.js or maybe or Next.js?
Yeah. I mean, I'm also not a pure full stack. If somebody asks me to write a UI page tomorrow, then yeah, obviously I will take time. I used to do Next and React earlier, but yeah, learning React or Next.js is no harm. It's all about the same React on server side, or
Okay.
choose Svelte or SvelteKit. SvelteJS is also more fun if you want to learn. It's totally something new. The Svelte compiler and the way in which Svelte JS works, maybe you will fall in love because it's all about pure JavaScript compiler, not like
Right.
syntax with React, Angular, and all these different framework.
And what's from database side? Because I had a past experience. I was working with PostgreSQL from last 2 years.
Postgres is more than fine. There is no need to switch. Like, I mean, if there is something new, Dynamo or MongoDB, you can learn easily. Once you work on anything, Dynamo is on AWS or some Azure, NoSQL DB or Dynamo DB. They are same as just you use a different ORM, Mongoose, to I type ORM, SQLize,
Right.
and it's all a library how to interact with the database and do the CRUD.
Okay. And just one more thing, I had just seen your YouTube channel. It was quite good. There are so much content as I can see, but I just want a proper roadmap that first you should start Nestjs with this playlist, and then you can. I can see there are lots of projects. Okay, we can choose that after later,
Hmm.
but I just want a bit of roadmap for Node.js, of a database, of a then front end any. Then we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
go to further projects and all.
Correct, correct. I mean, I created these playlists because of different demands. Someone wants basic, some intermediate, someone want totally advanced. One playlist is in Hindi also that's talk about basic, intermediate, and advanced. Intermediate, I'm still covering. But yeah, there are three or four playlists, and every year I need to refresh the playlist. So I create a new playlist always 2024, 2025. But yeah, I can give you the links. Okay, this is the way you can get started, or just go through Hindi one. That is totally fresh. I will be adding more intermediate stuff. So whatever you are doing with the Express, it's, I mean, once you learn it, it's not have a huge learning curve. You can learn it easily. The Nestjs, when you deal with the database. In Express also, you might have used SQLize or TypeORM to deal with the Postgres SQL. Here also, you can use either Prisma, TypeORM, or SQLize. If you have Mongo, then MongoDB, Mongoose. These are the libraries.
So I was comfortable. I'm much comfortable with the TypeScript and also a Node.js framework. According to you, that Nest.js would be a best approach for me, right?
Yeah, if you are heavy on TypeScript, don't want to write Express is there is nothing wrong with Express, I will say. But it's all about opinionated TypeScript support, dependency injection. If you are just injecting a service into another class and then using the instance of it instead of creating class X equal to new class, right? That's the old way of doing it. Dependency injection is simplifying that. So those kind of advantage you are getting with the Nest.js, and it's easy to learn. And it's fastest growing. Like today, I think if you are a backend developer, then you should be good at Nest.js or any framework kind of similar. So, as you had so much experience in that language, so what do you think the job will be? Finding a job in Next.js is easy inside of Noida, Gurgaon, yeah, yeah, the UP side. NCR is fine. I mean, not specific to one region, but NCR you can find. I mean, it's not, nobody asks you the Nest.js. You should be good at API backend in the Node.js. Nest.js is just one way of writing the router and the APIs. So, because that is my most important time that I have to work on that I have get a leave from my office that I have to give my all time to Next.js. That I will following your playlist now full time, maybe for a month or yeah, yeah, that is fine. Node Nest.js is popular. If you say that I have written a services in the Nest.js TypeScript heavy dependency injection using object oriented concepts and all class based, then obviously it gives a different impression instead of saying I use Node Express basic library and have done all type of things, build a GraphQL sort of REST APIs and all sort of things. So thanks so much, but just I want a roadmap or then start all these things. I will try to share at least the way you can go through the playlist. Now you can see that this is a 2 years of content. Some are there is nothing is deprecated because Nest.js is still the same. It's all about some concepts. But yeah, beginner, you can just look at the funda. For now, I will say if you want to learn for the basic fundamentals, go with the Hindi one. Meanwhile, I will give you the English one. So if you go through the Hindi, it's not pure Hindi. It's all about mix of Hindi and English. Yeah, so, right. So there are I think 20 or 30 videos which should be good for you. Then I will share with the intermediate and advanced one.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, man. Rest, I can also help you with anything. You just let me know.